We are here in week 4 of our weekly catch up. So, Angie, how was this week?
I feel like it's probably as hectic as ever, just in terms of these conference calls, getting information as you probably are feeling the same way and pushing that information out and making sure that we're dealing with, resident concerns, whether it's unemployment or, other things that are going on. We're trying to sort of deal with them in real time. So it's hectic.
Yeah, and we're going through phases. So now we're in the phase of so many people out there are doing wonderful things. We have the groups that are feeding the healthcare workers. We have the groups that are really trying to help the residents. Can you maybe tell us a little bit about how our local first responders are helping the residents of Berkeley Heights?
Well, they're absolutely amazing. Just one example, our OEM coordinator, who's also our fire chief, was out, I think it was yesterday, making sure that our senior citizens at Park Edge each had a face mask, because the governor came down with an executive order that requires that when entering into places like grocery stores and pharmacies. So he's on the front line every day, as is our police department, our rescue squad, our fire department, making sure that everyone here is safe.
Now, do you know if is there any advice on the face masks? Like, I've been able to make myself a face mask, a sewless face mask. Um, is there anyone that we can reach out to give advice, possibly on how to create a face mask?
That's some information we could probably get to you in terms of our health officer and, again, our OEM team. I know there's plenty of interesting videos online, and you may have even posted them already, but we can
Yeah,
put some information out there. Yeah,
seeing
sure.
that was a new mandate this week. So, as far as things going on around town, I know we're doing some. You see the birthday parties, the clap outs. I was just recently at a senior living facility that they were recognizing the healthcare workers, and these healthcare workers are going in and day out, putting themselves on the front line. And I know our rescue squad and fire department went to Atlantic Health. Can you give us a little update on what you know about Overlook Hospital and Atlantic Health?
Right. So Alan Lieber, who's the president of Overlook Hospital, was on one of our calls. I think it was on Wednesday, and it was encouraging news. I think they were somewhere in the neighborhood of 42 critical care beds. They now have 90. They're seem to be fully prepared. There does seem to be a feeling that we're starting to flatten the curve as it relates to our hospital right here in Union County. So, and I know that Union County is doing more than 500 tests a day at the Kean University site. So it appears that we do have some hope, and what we're doing is working. So we need to continue the social distancing. We need to continue all these great practices that we put in place.
So we're entering Easter weekend, and one of our holiest of times. And I know that the town wants to be able to give some cheer to the kids. I mean, this time is so hard on the kids. Can you tell us a little bit about what the town is doing?
Our police department and our fire department and our rescue squad and one of our great residents, Kathy Balsamo, reached out to the Easter Bunny, and we found out, luckily, he's an essential employee.
Oh,
So
awesome.
yeah. So I think the governor allowed us to have the Easter Bunny on one of our trucks, and he is going to be riding through the streets of Berkeley Heights. So we asked, don't come to the street, because we want to make sure that we're social distancing, but please open your doors or your windows, give a wave. We're going to try to put out somewhat of a schedule by sections of town.
Okay.
But how lucky are we that the Easter Bunny, and we're able to do that, and the governor allowed it.
That's awesome. Well, that's so nice to hear. I mean, that's a nice way to wrap up the week, and we will touch base next week, and have a wonderful weekend, and we'll talk next week.
Yes. Happy holidays to all.